A masked man killed himself during a traffic stop in Maine. Police found a woman's body in his trunk. Here's what we know. A traffic stop in Maine last week resulted in a Massachusetts man's suicide and a startling discovery, a woman's body in his trunk. Authorities say the driver, identified as Gertrude, 34, of Sturbridge, Massachusetts, was pulled over around 4:45 p.m. Thursday on Timberwood Drive in Gardiner, Maine. State police detectives assigned to the Worcester County District Attorney's Office are investigating the death of the woman whose body was found in the trunk of his car. Her identity has not been released by authorities. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Tees update, 4:45 p.m., late Monday afternoon, the Worcester County District Attorney's Office identified the woman as 28-year-old Madeline Burgess in a release calling her the apparent victim of a murder. Authorities said police discovered evidence of a crime scene at Ruden's Sturbridge apartment on Fairview Park Road during a search Friday. The state medical examiner's office in Maine has determined Burgess died of blunt force injuries, according to the release. The DA's office said the investigation by authorities in Massachusetts and Maine remains ongoing. Advertisement. Here's what we know about the incident and the investigations being conducted in Maine and Massachusetts. Authorities are saying it began on Thursday when Maine State Police received a report of an erratic driver on Interstate 295. A short while later, police said, a trooper pulled over a driver in Gardiner. The operator, a man, immediately got out of the vehicle and shot himself, resulting in his death, police said. While conducting the investigation, a body was located in the trunk. Both bodies were transported to the state medical examiner's office in Augusta for autopsies, where it was determined that the driver died from a shotgun blast to the head. Police said at the time they did not believe there was an ongoing threat to the public. The driver was identified a day later as Ruden. According to the Worcester DA's office, the woman was from Massachusetts. Steve McCausland, a spokesman for state police, told the Associated Press it was unclear why the 34-year-old drove to Maine, but said the Sturbridge man appeared to have family in the state. According to the Kennebec Journal, authorities do not believe the woman died in Maine. A public records search conducted for Ruden in Maine and Massachusetts did not reveal a criminal record in either state. What acquaintances are saying. Advertisement. Neighbors of Ruden told NECN police were going in and out of the man's Sturbridge home on Friday and expressed surprise at the circumstances of his death. Surprised and appalled and all mixed up, living so close to this person and not knowing anything really about him, one woman told the station. Another neighbor, Sarah Fulginity, told Worcester's Telegram and Gazette she sometimes saw Ruden outside with the same woman, over a couple years, and described the man as quiet. According to the Bangor Daily News, Ruden was in the Bangor area the week before his death visiting a friend. He wasn't looking too great, the friend told the newspaper. He was talking about troubles he was having with his finances, with work, with his most recent girlfriend. He came up for a few days and said he wanted to go camping, but he didn't end up staying. The Sturbridge man didn't talk about harming himself or anyone else, according to the Daily News, but the friend, who asked not to be identified by the publication, said his mood was markedly different from the previous time he visited in December. He'd recently been accepted into the union, the friend said of the December visit. He was pretty proud of that. He was making good money and working a lot of overtime installing power lines and running heavy equipment. A Facebook page for Ruden lists his hometown as Dedham, Maine, and says he previously worked for the Bangor Parks and Recreation Department and attended high school in Herman and Brewer. Advertisement. The director of the Bangor Department of Parks and Recreation told the Daily News Ruden worked as a seasonal employee from 2010 to 2014 before he decided to leave the job. The friend told the newspaper that Ruden had an 11-year-old daughter, who he was raising as a single father, and moved to Massachusetts a couple of years ago to be closer to family. His whole life was his daughter, the friend said. He was a really good dad. He'd take her on adventures and try new things. It's pretty sad that she'll never see him again. Information from the Associated Press was used in this report. By Taboola. Sponsored links. Promoted links. You may like a best wonder trip. 7 most breathtaking rooftop hotel pools. Best wonder trip under Business Plus. 21 countries with the most powerful passports. Business Plus Indo Frizz. The 20 most generous billionaires in the world. Frizz Undo Those 10 great cars that almost nobody buys. Those Undalixworld.info. Top 9 smartest cat breeds. Luxworld.info. 10 likes. 10 best smart home tech. 10 like Azundo.